Look who appears on my timeline. Keith Woods. See, I wanted to fucking like enjoy this shit naturally, but you come in here and you fucking post your fucking gay ass link.
That's how the drain system works. It openly goes into the sea.
Let's see. Travel vlogger visit the real Wakanda, established by freed American slaves. Liberia is one of two African countries never colonized by Europeans. With an average IQ of 67, Liberia is one of the poorest countries in the world. Its once beautiful beaches are now used as dumps. Hey, where are you going?
That's how the drain system works. It openly goes into the sea. And there. Here's the sea. Here's the sewage going into it. People live out here. I see houses over there. The black water is the sewage. On top of that, they throw plastic waste in here, and it all ends up in the ocean. The scene is very typical for many African countries. I saw the same in many poor countries with no disposal facilities. Their shit goes directly into the ocean. My friends, if some of you are concerned about plastic waste and ocean pollution, try visiting the wonderful Liberia's beaches. Here we have a palm tree. Some may expect a pina colada, a lounge chair, and a beach umbrella next to it. Instead, there's plenty of plastic waste in here. That's what the ocean brought here after.
I'm so glad to be an American. I'm so glad. I'm so fucking glad my ancestors were slaves. I'm so glad I don't have to deal with this shit. I'm so fucking happy. I mean, like, just be real. I'm gonna be like completely real. Fuck blacks. Fuck blacks, dude. Like, I just, maybe I'm falling for rage bait, but fuck blacks. This is so gross. This is so gross. Yeah, evil colonialism, am I right? Yeah, it's the evil whites. The evil whites have black American cope. It's the evil whites. South African cope too. Like the evil whites. The evil whites are the ones who ravaged the land. They ravage the land, and then they colonize. They colonize everything. Fucking cope.
After a light storm, and more than 80% of the population are unemployed and live for several.
All right, so that's no different from America. More than 80% of. Hold on. Let me actually look at the data for that. Let me actually look at the data for that. All right. 2024 black unemployment. All right. So, okay, 5.6%. You lucky. You lucky. I put the clown on you niggas.
Dollars a day.
6%. 6% black Americans are fucking without a job. 80% of these fucking Liberians don't work.
Hey.
Our wives, our women, this is what we live on. See our peso? Okay, this is what we use to get on top of the water and fishing. Get fish.
An interesting point. Here, they cook meals. Here, they wash clothes. And here's the garbage they pee on.
How many layers of fish there?
Yeah,
1, 2, 3.
Bro, this is so gross, bro. Yo, it'll be like, oh man, this shit, nigga. You see all these fucking people, all these blacks walking around with, hold on. You know what? We're gonna do a little bit of fucking, let's see. Let's see. Oh, I'm just looking at Dr. Umar's greatest hits. I want to see if I could find something in particular. The Garvey movement and going back to Africa. All right, let's see this. Let's see what he's talking about here. All right.
Have you been to Africa, brother?
Multiple times. In fact, this was the first summer that I missed Africa this past 2020 summer because of the COVID. We normally take a group every year. I've been to every coast. I think I'm up to about 15 countries now. And I want to touch every single country before I go back to the ancestors.
Did you go to Liberia, nigga? Before he goes back to the ancestors, shut your fucking mouth. Like, I get it. Like, blacks are like a fucking gold mine of utter retardation, which is why it's the lowest hanging fruit. But like, even like blacks, I say this right. As a black myself, you guys get mad at this sort of shit. I see this shit every single day. You guys get mad at this when you see like videos like this. Like, I know people like this. I know niggas in the hood who speak like this fucking idiot. Okay.
Why do you think someone like Marcus Garvey,
yo, what's up, Chief? Chief on
going
X.
back to Africa, never stepped foot in Africa? What
He
was
was
that
banned.
all about?
That nigga is named Lord Jamal. Jamar? Is that Jamar? Same shit, bro. Same fucking shit. This bitch is named Rod Digger. That's so ghetto. That's so fucking ghetto. Oh my gosh, man.
Huh?
He was banned from Africa.
Was he?
Of course. The colonial
Really?
powers wouldn't dare let Marcus Garvey get into Africa. He was
In
banned.
nay country? Not nay, nowhere.
Well, remember now, you're talking the 1920s.
Mm-hmm.
The whole of Africa was colonized by the European. There was no country except Ethiopia and Liberia that could be considered independent.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So he's talking about Liberia. So he's been to Liberia, guys, right? So he's talking really positive about Ethiopia. He's talking really positive about Liberia. Two non-colonized independent countries in Africa.
And at that
Right?
time,
So we're watching a video where we're seeing what Liberia looks like from the forefront. Oh my gosh, bro.
Mr. Garvey and His Majesty had some differences that they later worked out on the Ethiopian side. And on the Liberian side, for those who are familiar with Garvey's history, Marcus Garvey was on his way to Liberia. He sent Pan-Africanists to Liberia with equipment, money, materials to begin building what? That international community for repatriates around the diaspora who wanted to go home. But Garvey was banned even from Liberia, which was the only free nation at that time other than Ethiopia. Nobody.
Okay, who banned the nigga? Who banned him? Hello. Non-colonized non-colonized countries, Ethiopia and Liberia. Who else is banning the nigga? No whites in sight. Who's banning him, bro? Yo. Oh man, this is the great fucking low IQ at work here. The greatest low IQ ever. Yo, what's up, Dalton? Dalton Edwards in chat. What's going on, King? Tenryo put it together. Nick debating this guy would be the funniest shit ever. Yeah, I get Uma. I don't want to speak to bro though. Maybe I could speak to like some of his like producers or some of his team or whatever. Maybe I don't want to speak to any blacks, to be honest. I can't stand talking to blacks. Not even the high IQ ones. The high IQ ones, even the high IQ blacks code switch when there's two blacks around. You know that? I can't fucking do it, man. I can't do it. When you see like a nigga like me, right? I talk. I'm articulate with the way way I speak. But if you put two niggas in one room, especially like when they're like when they feel like they're like they're amongst themselves, right? There's so much code, like fucking the pretense just drop, and so much code switching happens to where we're talking hood, we're talking ghetto. We don't need to We don't need to like correct our words. We don't need to watch what we say. We're not putting emphasis on like vocabulary. We don't give a fuck. We just don't care. So even the most highest IQ of blacks, the most highest, code switch from 10. The only time they don't really code switch is if they were like raised in a suburb or something. They were raised away from like the black people, but like blacks who grew up in the ghetto and who have lived around, that sort of language, right? The black sin and the black slang and just black vernacular in general. They put on a front. I wouldn't call it really a front, but they make the conscious decision to change their vocabulary, right? To be a part of better, greater society. And when they're around blacks, nah, nigga, we talking like this. You heard me? You feel me? Like we're not talking like on some shit where it's just like, yo, the X, and no, it's X, nigga. Yo, let me ask you a question real quick. Yo, dog, you remember that nigga that was on the block, and he was talking that shit about, like what he was saying about like Pookie in the barbershop? Yeah, that nigga was like on some wild shit, bro. Like that nigga was beside himself. He was like on some like crazy fucking, like, I'm a debo that nigga for his money type shit. Like, I don't get that nigga. That's your mans though. Yeah, talk to him. Talk to that nigga. Talk to your mans, bro. Like, that's how we're talking. We're, it's more lax. We don't have to like watch what the fuck we're saying. So, Tom Gold Price says, "Love you, Tenryo." Thank you. I don't cold switch when talking to Africans. Yeah, I know that. But like most blacks, definitely, most black Americans, most FBAs are diabolical, notorious code switchers. So,
not only was Garvey banned, Garvey's newspaper was banned. The Negro world was banned outright in every colony on African soil. If they
all right, how did you? We're talking about Liberia and Ethiopia, bruh. We're talking about Liberia in general. That's where he was banned from, right? That's where he was banned from. He was banned from the only country without any sort of colonial influence, right? So who banned the nigga?
Caught you with a copy.
Love how they dance around that shit.
Newspaper that could cost you your life, either in prison or literally.
Wow.
That's the only reason why Garvey never set foot on the continent. He was not allowed to.
Yeah, not allowed in Liberia where there are nothing but blacks. It's 100% black. He was banned. You want to know why he was banned? He was banned because he wasn't one of them. He was banned because he was a black American. That's why they laugh at fucking retards like this. With your light-skinned ass. You got a little bit of, I bet you if you were to do an actual DNA test, they've probably never done it before. There's a little bit of fucking white in there somewhere. Fucking light-skinned piece of shit. I'm light-skinned too in that regard. Like, we're not fucking deep colored like fucking, here, let's go back. Look how black this nigga blacker than me. He's blacker than me. All right, and I'm black. I'm black, y'all, and I'm black. Like, come on. Look at it. Look at the vast difference. Yeah, I kick your fucking, your light-skinned ass out of my country, too. You fucking lighty. You fucking light bitch. I kick your light-skinned ass out, too. Who the fuck are you? You black American. Like, Africans, like shit on black Americans every day. Every fucking day. Why do you think we were slaves in the first place? Because we were inferior to them. We were inferior. They were warring tribes, and we fucking lost. We are the losers of the warring tribes of the transatlantic slave trade. Why do you think we were fucking sold, bro? Fuck me.
Here, they cook meals. Here, they
This is at the actual Liberia. This is the actual what it looks like, what it smells like, what it tastes like.
wash clothes.
This is it.
And here's the garbage they pee on.
How many layers of fish there?
Yeah.
Marcus Garvey tried to save these people, and that was his. That's how they fucking repaid him. They kicked him out. They didn't even allow him to come into their country. They didn't even allow him to come into fucking Liberia.
2, 3,
10
10 layers.
10 sessions. Sometimes we carry a bomb. When the fish move. Here's the cheerleading for the fish swimming. Who can dry the fish and sell.
I'm in the capital city now. The place is several kilometers away from the city parliament, from the presidential palace and other government offices. We are in the slums. I can't see a single decent-looking building out there. It shows the level of Liberia's development vividly. It's funny to look at the filthy beaches of Monrovia, as Liberia is actually famous for its beaches. In 2000,
Bro said it's funny. This is hilarious. This shit is a game. Bro said it's funny. It's like it's the whole ass game to bro. And I'm laughing too. I'm thoroughly enjoying. Cause it's like you get these Dr. Umar types, you know, these like rah black power and all this other shit. They'll wear like little gay fucking dashikis in their African robes and shit and think like, you know, it's like, okay, let's put it this way. Black Americans trying to be African is like weeaboos trying to be Japanese. Let's put it that way, okay? Like in the most plainest of like descriptions, black Americans trying to be like pure-blooded Africans, it's like Japanese trying to be weeaboos. Except like, you know, most weebs don't really have like any sort of like you know, ethnic connection to Japan, or maybe like the few like 1% who actually have like a 0.00001% like ancestry tied to like Japan or something like that. They'll claim their Japanese ancestry. It's like some Elizabeth Warren type shit, right? Where she tried to do that, like, I'm like 0.000000001 Cherokee, you know? So, you know, black Americans love to shit on Africans in the early 2010s. Now they want to pretend like we are one of them or something. No, I mean, what happens is, Rev, what they do is, they'll claim, like, they'll prance around like they're, like, one of them. They're, you know, I want to return to the motherland. I want to, you know, is the cradle of civilization and all of that shit, right? And then when actual, like, I'm so glad, this is one of the reasons I'm glad, like, social media exists, because now we can finally, like, have honest conversations with Africa, with African Twitter, for example. Like, actual, like, pure-blooded Africans. And they see that, like, black Twitter, you see, like, black American Twitter, and then you see African Twitter. It's, like, two separate, like, colonies. And, like, the Africans are, like, constantly laughing at, you know, some Africans come here, too. They come here legally or whatever. They'll start a business in the ghetto, and they'll completely, like, you know, Africans do this. A lot of Africans, a lot of Arabs, a lot of, that's why, like, Arabs, like, you know, they have some sort of, like, camaraderie with like blacks, because they're in their neighborhoods every day, like in their bodegas or whatever, like serving them food. And yo, Aki, let me get fucking, yo, let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese. Yo, Aki, like, yo, let me get some chicken over rice. Yo, let me get a chopped cheese, Aki. Let me get a chopped cheese. You know, so you have all of these, you know, the Arabs and, you know, the Ethiopians and the Sudanese and all these other guys. They come here and they make money. They make money off of us. That's why Myron, I saw like something Myron said, like maybe what, last year or something like that. It's like, you know, you guys, you black Americans are just fucking retarded, and because they come here and they make all of this money, you know, they become entrepreneurs and they do all of this stuff. And I see it every single day. Like, I see like blacks give them such a hard time, and you know, I'm like, and that's the only reason why I would never do that, because I see what goes on every single day with these stores, with all of these like local bodegas and all these like corner stores, these grocery stores or whatever. They go through a lot of shit, right? And it's just like, oh well, why would I ever want to like open a store in a black neighborhood? Why would I ever want to do that? But you know, they still make their money. It's the easiest thing to do. It's the easiest way. You know, is the cheapest. So they just like grind their teeth. They put up with the disrespect or whatever, and they fucking, you know, they make their money. So, but fucking Africans do not like black Americans, and black Americans, they have like a sort of like a culture shock, like a coming like a sort of deep like epiphany. It's like, wow, they think they're gonna be welcome. There's like many such cases. There's like videos out there you can see, like black Americans go to like African, you know, they go into African neighborhoods, African cities, and they wonder why they're treated with like such disrespect. It's because they know that, you know, the Africans know that you're not one of them. You can call it you can call it racism technically, because black Americans are mixed with like other, you know, other ethnicities. Like, you know, there's some, you know, they have some European in their blood. Like most black Americans, most foundational black Americans are actually more white. Are actually more white than other than like pure-blooded Africans. That's why they can smell the white in you, bitch ass nigga. You need to come to terms with that. They can smell the white in you, and why can't you? Why can't you detect the white? You know, that's why I don't like stress about it overall, and that's why I took a DNA test, because the very fucking second. No, I didn't use 23andMe, by the way. I saw what was going on with that. That was pretty telling. That's pretty telling about what the Jews are gonna do with your DNA. But I didn't use 23andMe. I used something like more local. But the second I find out that I have any sort of European DNA in my body, that's it. It's over. I'm not black anymore. I don't care how black my skin gets over time. I am bear hugging the shit out of that 0.001 Italian or fucking, you know, just like North European, whatever. If I'm Scottish, if I'm Irish, that's who I am. Fuck that shit. I hope I'm not 100. It's like the hold on. Hold on. It's like this. I hope this isn't me.
Ah, here it is. My test results. Can you hear my heart beating? Oh, the white man science is amazing, ain't it?
No.
Oh, no.
No.
This can't be. It says I'm 102% African with a 2% margin of error. Why, Lord? Why, Lord? Why?
That's not gonna be me, bro. I hope not. I hope I have that 2%. I hope is some sort of like Scandinavian or something. Yo, I can't wait, dude. What's up, Renz? What's going on? But oh look, everything's refreshing. What the hell? All right, let me try this again. Let me look at my That's so weird. Why is it doing that? Why is my chat doing that? I don't know. But let me stop this. Stop everything. Let's refresh. All right, there we go.
2019, The Lonely Planet Guide put the country on the list of the best.
I see Memphis Micro on Kick says Spencer is most likely testing your metal because he views you as a worthwhile competitor. I don't know about that. Maybe not. I hope that's the case. You know, I don't have nothing against the guy. I don't know why he's like targeting me or whatever, but I get why he's targeting me, because it's like one of the easiest things you can talk about. It's like, oh, you're black and like in a white identitarian movement. Like it's like an easy target, but then I have to explain to them like I'm one of the most based motherfuckers you'll ever meet. Period. I'm one of the most base niggas you'll ever meet at all. At all. You want to talk about fucking hatred for the black race? Yeah, that's me. No, I don't hate blacks. I just deeply dislike them. A lot. Okay? So, and I love myself. Yeah, I got black skin. I love myself. I love who I am. I love my personality. I love everything about myself. I just dislike other niggas. More so than whites. You guys don't have to live with this shit. You guys don't have to be around it. You guys can, and if you're like mildly inconvenienced, right? You don't really have to put up with it. You can do what blacks call white flight. You can like just fucking leave. Not us. We can't leave. Not other like law-abiding blacks who are just, you know, we want good for our country. We want good for our nation. We want good for our people. And when I say people, I mean just American people as a whole, right? And we even want you to fucking rise up and fucking be the fucking conquerors you claim you are. Be the fucking the trendsetters. Be the creators you say you are. We want to see that. We want to see that because ultimately, you know, people understand that, you know, the smart blacks get that we benefit from it too in some degree. And I'm not saying, oh, we're gonna live with you or whatever the case may be. It's like we take what you know and we reverse engineer it for our purposes, for us to live, prosper, and live and prosper in our own areas, in our own circles, in our own communities. That's it. We like actual smart blacks have accepted that fact. But you know, I always get hazed a lot. There's always a sort of kind of like, oh, this is like the easiest thing ever and blah blah blah. It's like I'm not trying to take any credit. I'm not trying to like be some sort of like some sort of think tank or anything like that. I'm just supporting Nick. I'm supporting his endeavor. I believe in his movement. I believe what he's accomplishing. You know, a lot of it is, you know, there's no God, there is no Christ in all of these movements. You know. Oh, there we go again. Whatever. I'm letting it rock. I don't give a fuck. More fucking sirens. Fucking. This is what I have to deal with, by the way. So you guys don't have to deal with this shit. Some of you do. Most of you don't. Most of you suburban living, fucking Cheez-Its, fucking Cheez-Its eating, lemonade drinking. I don't know where I'm getting this shit from. You lemonade drinking whites, your lemonade stands. Imagine opening up a lemonade stand in the hood. Imagine some black ass nigga with a fucking lemonade stand. That's just a Kool-Aid stand, first off. That's just not a fucking lemonade stand. You think we drink lemonade? You think we drink lemonade, nigga? No, we do not. You just have a Kool-Aid stand. Man, that shit will be fucking ransacked, fucking rummaged through. Man, just sell us some Kool-Aid on the fucking corner. We used to do that, actually. We lived in New York, and in particular, there was a genuine time where we could just have a genuine block party, run on the streets. You know, the fire hydrants would be turned on, and you know, we don't have that anymore. I mean, we have block parties, and they still kind of like do it, but a lot of it is like genuine. It's like controlled. Like they don't last too long, and a lot of it doesn't even like really. You know, it's sooner or later there's some gunshots. Somebody disagrees with somebody else. Block parties didn't used to be that way, but now it's just like I feel old. I am old. but it was more civilized. Now it's just trash. What country is this footage? This is Liberia, bro. This is Liberia, and I was just showing. I'm gonna, since you're here, basically, I just went through a video with Dr. Umar saying, talking about Marcus Garvey being kicked out of Liberia and blaming it on the white man. Liberia and Ethiopia were the two countries in Africa that were not, that were not colonized or whatever, didn't have any white people, right? And he's blaming his removal, his subsequent ban of Marcus Garvey. He's blaming that on white people, which is fucking hilarious to me.
Travel destinations for its nice and, mind it, clean beaches. They say they are perfect for surfing. Maybe they meant crap and garbage surfing.
People use the Iran for toilet, for garbage.
That's a typical scene for Liberia. In many African countries, you can come to the shore and instead of beautiful and magnificent beaches, you see a garbage site full of waste. In Africa, they use the sea as a toilet and dump waste there. I'm in a village now, and they take all garbage to the beach. There's a dump site here, and it stinks. Some animals are fumbling in the garbage, but that's a usual African life. Sadly, they don't.
When will black people be kind and nice? When their DNA gets diluted. That's as blunt as I can put it. When their DNA gets fucking rewritten. Because a lot of this is genetic. You have your outliers. You want to know why black Americans are, some of us come out a little bit more higher IQ than others? It's because we're mixed with something. What that is, you need to find out. Why are you here today, Renz? Why are you here today, Revelator? Why are you here today? Some of the blacks that are watching this. Why are you here today? Why do you agree with me? Why do you agree with me on this particular subject? Because you know deep down it's genetic. Everybody knows. Well, some people know. Well, 98% of the population copes about it. 98% of, black Americans and, just Africans themselves, they cope about it. A lot of it is genetic. Why is the IQ so low? The average IQ over there is what, 60, 68? 67. It's 67. It's 67, and that's genetics. All of this is genetics. Yep. You either mix with races. That's why, and I say this, I'm not promoting race mix. It sounds like I am, but honestly, I'm just saying why this happens. A lot of black men who race mix have come to this genuine conclusion. They've come to this the only way to actually to save and improve the black race is to destroy them. Or destroy them in certain ways. You want blacks to be more intelligent? Have them mix with other races. That's the only way. Otherwise, no matter what, a lot of it does have to do with environment. A lot of it does have to do with upbringing and whatever. But, you could move most blacks you move to different neighborhoods. You can move a black to the most nicest neighborhood, and on average, a lot of them still come out as, violent, disrespectful, nasty. So, I know, let's see, you either mix with races like whites or Asians, or you do eugenics and only have the smart ones reproduce for a few generations. Yeah, there you go. That's the only way. See, the problem is it's like the movie Idiocracy, right? I don't know if you guys have ever seen that. With what was his name? Fucking Owen Wilson. The smart people don't reproduce, because they're too smart to mingle with dumb people, while dumb people are like just going out there and shoving their dicks into anything. It's kind of like a catch-22. Like, smart people aren't really like, they don't want to mix with they don't want to mix their genes with other dumb people. They're smart enough to know that, which is why they die off, ironically. So it's like a genetic catch-22, if you will. It's like, we don't, like, smart people want their genes to be the dominant in the gene pool, but there's a chance that if they mix with dumb people, that their genes will be the recessive genes instead of the dominant ones. So they end up not reproducing as an end result. That's why a lot of incels are high IQ. A lot of incels are high IQ. You know, you see what's going on with modern society. Like, a lot of these people are like fucking retarded, and they end up not having any kids as an end result. It's not because, like, a lot of people, they say like, oh, incels just can't get with a woman. It's like, no, you can't get with the incel. The incel's too smart for you. You can't get with the incel. So, you know, you gotta cope with some low IQ, like, musclehead, can barely fucking, like, put his can barely feed his family. He's probably going to, if he's black, he's probably going to fucking ghost you. So I'm so tired of the disrespect that incels get. I'm not an incel. I never claimed inceldom. I saw, like, Beardson reply to my. I'm gonna play some Genshin Impact. I gotta clear up space on my hard drive. I'm gonna play that on stream probably tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow or like Sunday or something. I don't know. But he replied. He said, "Incel, by the way. I never claimed inceldom, but it was pretty funny." So I replied. I said, "2D is better than 3D any day of the week." So 2D is better than 3D any day of the week. I'm an anime head, so. You know, speaking of Beardson, Bean Raid. I don't like that name. I don't like that. I told that to Beardson personally. I was like, he's like, you know, he takes it in his stride. He's like, you know, it is what it is, you know. But I don't like calling him that. I call him Beardson Beardley. That's his name. Okay. So welcome, guys. Welcome to the show. Glad to have you guys. Glad to have you guys back. Yeah, we were just going over Liberia for those tuning in. We were talking about Liberia, and a genuine question was asked to me. What can we do about the black race, Tenryo? And I'm like, I don't know. Get better genes. Get better genes. And it might sound like the foregone conclusion to that is like race mixing, but I'm not promoting race mixing. But realistically, that's one of the only options. Honestly. You know, but on a more, if you're here, right? Honestly, if you're here, just find a woman. Just be your genes should be dominant, or if your genes.
Gradient Descent sent $3 with Tenryo weekly roundup.
Yo, what's up, Gradient? Thank you for the 3. Am I gonna do a show with Keith Woods? Nah, I don't know. I love Keith, but someone in here just being a rude ass, you know? Like, oh, please post this Paul Town clip. Please watch this Paul Town clip. He wanted me to fucking like shill his fucking his ex account. Like, get out of here. Like, go beg for clout elsewhere. Like, don't do that. If you're gonna send content, super chat it. Super chat it like Gradient and other people, right? Powerchat.live/Tenryo, by the way. Sub to the Gumroad. I have a Gumroad now, guys. Links in the cozy description below. You can sub to the Gumroad. We're gonna do Teikoku Theater. Teikoku Theater is a weekly watch party. We're gonna do every Friday at around. I'm gonna try to do it around 6 p.m. 6, maybe 8 p.m. Since Nick is streaming a little earlier. we're gonna figure it out. I'm definitely gonna figure out the times. But I don't want to clash with Nick's show. So, but I just want people to send, send money, be a part of the content. You know what that nigga he said to me? He's gonna fucking tell me, "Oh, you're rich. You're rich, Tenryo. You don't need the money, right?" It's like, it's not even about that, nigga. It's about the content. It's about providing for the content. And it's about following rules. Like, I'm not gonna fucking, shill people for free. Like, fuck you. Unless I'm asking for it, I'm asking for people to, send stuff in the chat. Oh, I'm out of content. Let's send some stuff in the chat. Then I'm like, okay, let's watch this clip or whatever. But otherwise, I don't give a fuck. If you don't do that. Don't come to my stream and say, "Oh, here's another streamer," and do it for free. At the even worse, you do it for free. Come on now. So, did you guys hear that? Am I going crazy? Was that the video or was that in my house? I heard something go. I don't know, but that was a little creepy. But basically, I was just laughing. We were just laughing at Dr. Umar and other types, these whole black types, right? Bro is basically saying Marcus Garvey, who was, he was pretty based in his time, has similar views, similar nationalistic views. He truly wanted to help out black people. This is why I don't do it, because I've already seen it through history. I've already seen what happens with Marcus Garvey, right? Marcus Garvey was kicked out of Liberia. This is Liberia, by the way. I don't know. I'm going to watch this video again since it's 3 minutes. I'm going to watch this again. This is Liberia. Liberia and Ethiopia are the only two non-white nations that are non-white Africa countries, right? Marcus Garvey went to Liberia to basically provide civilization to it. A newspaper, some to restore and repair its buildings and provide some actual resources to them. And they banned his ass. They banned him. This is a 100% black nation, by the way. This is a 100% black country in Africa. They banned him. Fucking Dr. Umar blames the shit. I'm going to go over this again. Dr. Umar blames it on white people.
I want to touch every single country before I go back to the ancestors.
Why do you think someone like Marcus Garvey...
Yeah, Dr. Umar is a grifter, but 80% of blacks sound like this nigga. All of these black power, daishiki wearing, fucking they're imagine we being a weeaboo, but for Africa. Being a Africa boo or whatever, just imagine that, right? This is what these people are. So,
going back to Africa, never stepped foot in Africa. What
was
that
banned.
all about? Huh?
He was banned from Africa.
Was he?
Of course. The colonial powers wouldn't dare let Marcus Garvey get into Africa. He was banned.
The colonial powers, nigga, he was going to Liberia. He was going to Liberia, and last time I checked, there is no there were no white people or colonial powers in Liberia. You faggot! It's just people are so blacks are so tribalistic. They can't wait to blame whitey on everything, and it's even funnier when you come to the realization that fucking Africa hates these people. They hate black Americans. They hate black America so fucking much, dude. You go black Americans go to Africa and they get treated like they're pieces of garbage. It's true. There's many such cases. They get treated like shit because they're foreigners. They're foreigners. They can smell the white on you, nigga. They can smell, look how light your skin is. You got some white in you, brother. So do I. I hope I can find it. I did my fucking DNA test. I pray to God. I pray to God every single day that I can find my white ancestry. And I'm going to hug it. I'm going to bear hug that shit. And I'm going to be like, rah, I'm Scottish. I'm Scottish. I don't know how to do a Scottish accent. I'm we Scottish. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to be Irish. I'm going to be Irish. I'm going to be a drunken bastard. It's going to be me. I hope. I want to be Scandinavian, though. Scandinavian sounds awesome.
Country? Not nowhere?
Well, remember now, you're talking the 1920s.
Mm-hmm.
The whole of Africa.
A nigga named Lord Jamar, by the way. Lord Jamar, and a bitch named Raw Digger, the most ghetto shit you can ever fucking think of, is sitting here trying to preach to you that Marcus Garvey was banned from a 100% African country by the white man.
Was colonized by the European. There was no country.
Rod Digger was a rapper. I remember.
And Liberia that could be considered independent.
Right.
And at that time, Mr. Garvey and His Majesty had some differences that they later worked out on the Ethiopian side. And on the Liberian side, for those who are familiar with Garvey's history, Marcus Garvey was on his way to Liberia. He sent Pan-Africanists to Liberia with equipment, money, materials to begin building what? That international community for repatriates around the diaspora who wanted to go home. But Garvey was banned even from Liberia, which was the only free nation at that time other than...
All right, dummy. Who banned him? Who banned the nigga? Who banned him? It wasn't in... okay, whites don't have control over Liberia, from your own words. And just history in general. It's a 100% black country. Who banned Marcus Garvey? That's what they never... They'll either like dance around it, or they'll just straight up blame white people. They'll just straight up blame whites. No, here's the actual answer. It was the fucking nasty people you're going to see in this video. It was the nasty fucking people, the nasty Africans, the nasty Liberians you're going to see in this whole fucking video.
That's how the drain system works. It openly goes into the sea. And there. Here's the sea. Here's the sewage going into it. People live out here. I see houses
fucking
over
gross.
there. The black water is the sewage. On top of that, they throw plastic waste in here, and it all ends up in the ocean. The scene is very typical for many African countries.
This is what Liberia looks like.
Countries with no disposal
like a fucking
facilities.
Slum, like a worse
shit
slum.
goes directly into the ocean.
The shit just goes direct, bro. So honest. The shit just goes in the fucking ocean. It's true.
My friends, if some of you are concerned about plastic waste and ocean pollution, try visiting the wonderful Liberia's beaches. Here we have a palm tree. Some may expect a pina colada, a lounge chair, and a beach umbrella next to it. Instead, there's plenty of plastic waste in here. That's what the ocean brought here after a light storm, and more than 80% of the population are unemployed and live for several dollars a day.
So look at this. Like, buildings literally are fucking falling apart. This shit looks like it's about to collapse, right? This country kicked Marcus Garvey out. Marcus Garvey was going to provide actual civilization to them, and it just yeeted them out. It's just done. It's just over. They said, "Get the fuck out of here, unk." I can say unk because I'm black. I'm gonna start banning you whites from saying black slang for your own fucking good. You are not allowed to say unk anymore. You whitey, white man, my white brother. You're not allowed to say unk anymore. It's for your own good. I don't want you to fucking ruin your brain. I don't want you to kill brain cells. And I don't want you to make your own word, white man. You want to be like this? This is what you want to turn into? This is what you want your civilization to turn into? Trust me, you don't want that. Learn from the horse's mouth. Learn from the nigger's mouth. Okay? Make your own fucking words. Make your own slang. We all say dude pretty commonly. I'm old enough to remember when the word dude was so uncool to say. Now we all say it. Now blacks, whites, all sorts of people say the word dude. You know who made that? You, white man. You made that word, white man. It was you. You did that. You did that. So why not create your own slang? What's going on? You know what white slang I actually like that people still find uncool to this day? Gnarly. I mean, a lot of it's just like surfer talk, but I like gnarly. I like gnarly. It was awesome. Awesome is another one. Made by the white man. White slang. Okay? Instead, you guys want to go around saying unk like that shit is cool. Like you guys saw it like on a Snapchat or something. You guys saw it on Instagram. Saw a couple of blacks use it on Instagram. And you guys think that shit is cool. No, it's degenerate. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it right now. Stop it right fucking now, whitey. Stop it right now, white man. I'm here to save you. I'm here to save you. I'm here to tell you that you're gonna kill whatever brain cells you have. That you're gonna take an iron and you're gonna fucking smooth your brain out if you continue to use this fucking language. Alright? Create your own language, white man. Do it. Do it for you. Don't do it. Don't say to like black slang in defiance neither. That's such a cope. Honestly. That's such a fucking cope. Like, oh, I'm gonna say these words because the blacks are saying it. And we're gonna take their words and fucking no. That's cope. You want to be the arbiters of culture again? You have to create again. So do that, dude.
Our wives, our women, this is what we live on. See our vessel? Okay, this is what we use to get on top of the water and fish.
Liberia. Yeah, Liberia. How about Haiti? They got their revenge and look how it went. Yeah, right? This looks no different from Haiti. It's no different. It's the same result. Same result. Like Haiti killed their so-called oppressors or whatever. Right? You know, this goes back to like Haiti, you know, it's just Sneako's coping about it. You don't see me coping about it. I could find out I'm Haitian tomorrow and I wouldn't give a fuck. I honestly wouldn't. I was born here in America. You know, this is my my culture. This is my country. This is my home. I don't fucking care about like Africa or Haiti. I don't give a fuck. This is not my home. Like I'm just gonna move to some like Words talked about this on his stream, right? That I could just like move to some like random country and just be king of the black people because I have a higher IQ. No, I'm the Marcus Garvey. They're actually gonna kick me out. If I'm bringing like my big US dollars to some random African country, they're gonna feel like they're gonna feel very inadequate, for starters. They're not gonna like me. And I'm here today to prove that to you. I don't have that choice. I can't just get up and just go and populate some and just do the nasty with some bald-headed like African woman. I can't do that. Okay? It doesn't work that way for me.
Fish.
An interesting point. Here, they cook meals. Here, they watch.
But yeah, guys, powerchat.live/Tenryo. Also, yeah, I have a Gumroad. You guys want to sub to Teikoku Theater? Sub to the Gumroad. I'm gonna have more stuff to show you guys on stream. It's gonna say sub to the Gumroad, like right up here or some shit. Like sub to the Gumroad, and you'll be able to see it a lot easier. But let me post it for you guys so you can sub. So you can sub and not be gay retards. So you sub to the Gumroad. It's in let me see. Alright. Here. Sub to the Gumroad, guys. Alright, that's Cozy. That's Kick. And 1-4X. Alright. Yep. Kaiser sub, you should sub too. Once you subscribe to the Gumroad, you get special Discord features, special Discord privileges. I'm actually going to shill my Discord, okay? I'm actually going to shill my Discord as well. So you can join the Discord if you want to. The Discord, you can join the Discord for free. That's not a problem. You can join the Discord for free, but you're not going to get the Teikoku Theater privileges. All right? So basically, we do a weekly watch party. Japanese-centric weekly watch party. We watch a lot of Japanese content. So next Friday, I'm going to start it, and I'm going to start with Tokyo Vice Season 2. I've been dying to see that. I've put it on hold for the longest amount of time, and I want to watch it. So we're going to start there. We're going to start watching that again, and then after that, we're going to go through we do a rotation. Like every person that's subbed gets to decide what to watch, what we watch for the time, and that's it. So you get to decide what we watch. It has to be Japanese, nothing American, nothing. I don't even want to watch anything Korean. All right, it has to be Japanese only. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's like sports, any sort of it has to just be Japanese content. It could be it could be comedy. As long it has to be subbed because not everybody speaks Japanese, obviously. So it has to be subbed. It can be anything. It could be anime, whatever. Doesn't matter. So as long as it's not, porn, or, nothing like pornographic or anything like that. October's right around the corner, so I'm pretty sure we're probably gonna watch some like horror movies or something. So yeah, so sub to the Gumroad, guys. We greatly appreciate that.
Wash clothes. And here's the garbage they pee on.
How many layers of fish there?
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 10.
What about those Japanese game shows? Yeah, of course. The Japanese game shows are so funny. It's so hilarious. Maybe I'll play it on stream, but I love those things. They're like Japanese pranks are so violent. It's like, man, like more than half the shit you'll see in like a common Japanese game show prank. It's like you'd be ready to fight someone if that happened to you. Like I'll show you after this.
10 sessions. Sometimes we carry a bomb. When the fish move, here's the cheerleading for the fish women who can dry the fish and sell.
I'm in the capital city now. The place is several kilometers away from the city parliament, from the presidential palace and other government offices. We are in the slums. I can't see a single decent-looking building out there. It shows the level of Liberia's development vividly. It's funny to look at the filthy beaches of Monrovia.
Bro said it's funny. Like, this shit is so fucking hilarious to him. Like, just seeing this shit. Like, yeah. Like, my nation is way better.
As Liberia is actually famous for its beaches. In 2019...
Tenryo, would you be willing to check out the fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity? The anime is going to be released in 2025. Yeah, I'll check it out.
The Lonely Planet Guide put the country on the list of the best travel destinations for its nice and, mind it, clean beaches. They say they are perfect for surfing. Maybe they meant crap and garbage surfing.
People use the Iran for toilet, for garbage.
That's a typical scene for Liberia. In many African countries, you can come to the shore and instead of beautiful and magnificent beaches, you see a garbage site full of waste. In Africa, they use the sea as a toilet. and dump waste there. I'm in.
No, I will never go back. You'll never get me to go to, you hear like a lot of these guys talk about like remigration or whatever. They're trying to send back like every single person. That's not so retarded. That's not gonna happen. These people are so delusional. Like, you see Nick arguing with these with the Anglos. A lot of these guys just like, they did these riots and just like utterly failed. It's like, hey, Nick warned you. We all warned you. Like, hey, we've been through this already. We've been through this in the West, just in America with Charlottesville, with January 6th. Riots of any kind do not work in our favor. It does not work for the dissident at all. Any riots or protest, like large scale protests, do not work. It doesn't, because we do not have the political establishment on our side. We don't have the Jews on our side. It works for BLM. It works for Antifa and all of these other faggots. Yeah, it works for them because they have this. The political establishment is on their side. They are not on your side. They will arrest you. They'll fucking let out criminals and fucking and throw and toss you in jail. It's like the LARP has to end, man. Like, you have to, and that's why I'm glad when I watched Nick's show. Like, he was saying the same things that, I was saying. We have to get more pragmatic. We do. Like, a lot of things, that's why, like, I study Jews, and I try to, like, reverse engineer certain things. People are asking me, like, Tenryo, I'm trying to be like you, dog. How did you get so much money and all of this other stuff? Like, how do you, like, own these companies? It's like, you just reverse engineer, like, certain shit. It's like you add a little bit of, like, pragmatism to your life. It's like, yeah, you may not like to do certain shit. Certain shit might feel uncomfortable to you or whatever, but it's like, you either do it or you don't. Like, stuff gets done or stuff doesn't get done. That's just it. You have to be as pragmatic as possible. You have to borrow, like, okay, like, a good portion of it is, like, unethical, but, like, ethical wealth creation is possible. That's something I've learned in my life. It's like, I haven't stolen from anyone. I didn't kill anybody. I didn't do anything illegal to obtain my wealth. And that's how it should be. Like, it's possible to make it properly. And even honestly, truth be told, I didn't even really make it to where it's like, my net worth is like pretty high or whatever, but there are people with like way more money, and even even with what I've obtained, I could still be like flushed down the toilet in terms of like just culture and environment and all sorts of like different factors. So you just have to have that pragmatism. You just have to like, yeah, you're gonna have to mingle with some normies. Yeah, you're gonna have to like talk to people. Yeah, you're going to have to find different ways to to make it. It's like, oh, I'm like a stone. Like a lot of young people like, oh, I'm a stone cold incel. I don't need anybody or anything. I could do everything myself. It's like, nah, that's not gonna work, buddy. It's not gonna work. But you're this Nigerian prince fella I keep hearing about? No, I'm not. But